If I have too austerely punished you, your compensation makes amends, for I have given you here 1/3 of mine own life, or that for which I live. But once again I tender to thy hand. All thy vexations were but my trials of thy love, and thou hast strangely stood their test. Here afore heaven I ratify this my rich gift. O Ferdinand, do not smile at me that I boast her of, for thou shalt find she will outstrip all praise and make it halt behind her. I do believe it against an oracle. Then as my gift, and thine own acquisition, worthily purchased, take my daughter. But if thou dost break her virgin not before all sanctimonious ceremonies may with full and holy rite be ministered, no sweet aspersion shall the heavens let fall to make this contract grow. But barren hate, sour eye, disdain, and discord shall bestrew the union of your bed with weeds so loathly that you shall hate it both. Therefore take heed, as Hymen's lamps shall light you. As I hope, for quiet days, fair issue, and long life, with such love as 'tis now the murkiest den, the most opportune place, the strongest suggestion where Sir Genius can, shall never melt mine honour into lust, to take away the edge of that day's celebration. And I shall think of Phoebus' steeds are foundered or a knight kept chained below. Fairly spoke. So then and talk with her. She is thine own, what Ariel, my industrious servant Ariel. What would my point, master? Here I am. Thou and thy meaner fellows your last service did worthily perform, and I must use you in such another trick. Go bring the rabble, o'er whom I give thee power, here to this place, incite them to quick motion, for I must bestow upon the eyes of this young couple some vanity of mine art. It is my promise, and they expect it from me. Presently, aye, with a twink. Before you can say come and go, and breathe twice and cry so, each one tripping on his toe. We'll be here with mop and mow. Do you love me, master? No? Dearly, my delicate Ariel, do not approach till thou dost hear me call. Well, I conceive. Look thou be true. Do not give dalliance too much the rein. The strongest oaths are straw to the fire, the blood. Be more abstemious, or else good night to your vow. I warrant you, sir, the white cold virgin snow upon my heart abates the ardour of my liver. Well, now come, my Ariel, bring a corollary rather than want a spirit. Appear and pertly. No tongue, all eyes, be silent. Ceres, most bounteous lady, thy rich lees of wheat, rye, barley, fetches, oats, and peas, thy turfy mountains where live nibbling sheep in flat meads thatched with stover, them to keep, thy banks with peonade and twilled brims, which spongy April at thy hest betrims, to make cold nymphs chaste crowns in thy broom groves, who shadow the dismissed bachelor loves, being last lorn, thy pole-clipped vineyard, and thy sea-marge sterile and rocky hard, where thou thyself dost air the queen of the sky, whose watery arch and messenger my bids thee leave these, and with her sovereign grace here on this grass plot, in this very place, to come and sport, her peacocks fly amain. Approach, rich Ceres, her to entertain. Hail, many-coloured messenger that ne'er dost disobey the wife of Jupiter, who with thy saffron wings upon my flowers diffusest honey drops, refreshing showers, and with each end of thy blue bough dost crown my bosky acres and my unshrubbed down rich scarf to my proud earth. Why hath thy queen summoned me hither to this short-grassed green? A contract of true love to celebrate, and some donation freely to estate on thy blessed lovers. Tell me, heavenly bow, if Venus or her son, as thou dost know, to now attend the queen, since they did plot the means that dusky dis my daughter got. Her and her blind boy's scandaled company I have forsworn. Of her society be not afraid, I met her deity, cutting the clouds towards Paphos, and her son dove drawn with her. Here thought they to have done so some wanton charm upon this man and maid, whose vows are, that no bed right shall be paid, till Hymen's torch be lighted, but in vain. Mars's hot minion is returned again. Her waspish-headed son has broke his arrows, swears he will shoot no more, but plays with sparrows and be a boy right out. Highest queen of state, great Juno comes, I know her by her gait. How does my bounteous sister? Go with me to bless this twain, that they may prosperous be and honored in their issue. Honor, riches, marriage, blessing, long continuance, and increasing hourly joys be still upon you. Juno sings her blessings on you. Earth's increase, voice in plenty, barns and garners never empty, vines with clustering bunches growing, plants with goodly burden bowing. Spring come to you at the farthest, and the very end of harvest. Scarcity and want shall shun you, Sarah's blessing so is on you. This is a most majestic vision, and harmonious charmingly. May I be bold to think these spirits, which by mine art I have from these their confines called, to enact my present fancies. Let me live here ever, so rare a wondered father and a wise makes this place paradise. Sweet now, silence. Juno and Ceres whisper seriously. There's something else to do, hush and be mute, or else our spell is marred. You nymphs, called naiads, of the windring brooks, with your sedged crowns and ever harmless looks, leave your crisp channels, and on this green land answer your summons. Juno does command, come temperate nymphs, and help to celebrate a contract of true love. Be not too late. You sunburned sicklemen of August, weary, come hither from the furrow and be merry, make holiday, your rye straw hats put on, and these fresh nymphs encounter every one in country footing. I had forgot that foul conspiracy of the beast Caliban and his confederates against my life. The minute of their plot is almost come. Well done. Avoid no more. This is strange. Your father's in some passion that works him strongly. Never to this day saw I him touched with anger so distempered. You do look, my son, in a moved sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir. Our revels now are ended. These are our actors, as I foretold you. We're all spirits and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, all which it inherits shall dissolve, and like this unsubstantial pageant faded, leave not a wreck behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Sir, I am vexed. Bear with my weakness, my old brain is troubled. Be not disturbed with my infirmity. If you be pleased, retire into my cell, and there repose a turn or two, I'll walk to still my beating mind. We wish you your peace. Come with the thought, I thank the error come. Thy thoughts I cleave to. What's thy pleasure? Spirit, we must prepare to meet with Caliban. I, my commander. When I presented Ceres, I thought to have told thee of it, but I feared lest I might anger thee. Say again, where didst thou leave these varlets? I told you, sir, they were red hot with drinking, so full of valor that they smote the air, for breathing in their faces, beat the ground, for kissing of their feet, yet always bending towards their project, that I beat my tabor, which, like unbacked colts, they pricked their ears, advanced their eyelids, lifted up their noses as they smelt music. So I charmed the ears, that calf-like they my lowing followed through toothed briars, sharp furzes, pricking gorse and thorns, which entered their frail shins. At last I left them in the filthy mantled pool beyond your cell, their dancing up to the chins, that the foul lake o'erstunk their feet. This was well done, my bird. Thy shape invisible retain thou still. The trumpery in my house, go bring it hither, for still to catch these thieves. I go. A devil, a born devil, on whose nurture can never stick, on whom my pains humanely taken all lost, quite lost. And as with age his body uglier grows, so his mind cankers, overplagued them all, even to roaring. Pray you, tread softly, that the blind mole may not hear a footfall. We now are near his cell. Monster, your fairy, which you say is a harmless fairy, has done little better than played the jack with us. Monster, I do smell all horse piss, which my nose is in great indignation. So is mine. Do ye hear, monster? If I should take a displeasure against you, look you, thou wert but a lost monster. Good, my lord, give me thy favor still. Be patient, for the prize I'll bring thee to shall hoodwink this mischance, therefore speak softly, all's hushed as midnight yet. Aye, but to lose our bottles in the pool. There's not only disgrace and dishonor in that monster, but an infinite loss. That's more to me than my wetting, yet this is your harmless fairy monster. I will fetch off my bottle, though I be o'er ears for my labor. Prithee, my king, be quiet. Seest thou here? This is the mouth of the cell. No noise, and enter. Do that good mischief which may make this island thine own forever, and I thy Caliban, for I thy footlicker. Give me thy hand. I do begin to have bloody thoughts. O King Stephano, O peer, O worthy Stephano, look, what a wardrobe here is for thee. Let it alone, thou fool. It is but trash. O ho, monster, we know what belongs to a frippery, O King Stephano. Put off that gown, Trinculo, by this hand I'll have that gown. Thy grace shall have it. The dropsy drown this fool. What do you mean to dote thus on such language? Let it alone, and do the murder first. If he awake, from toe to crown, he'll fill our skins with pinches, make us strange stuff. Be you quiet, monster. Mistress Line, is not this my jerkin? Now is the jerkin under the line. Now jerkin, you are like to lose your hair and prove a bald jerkin. Do we steal by line and level, ain't it? And it like your grace. I thank thee for that jest. Here's a garment for it, which shall not go unrewarded while I'm king of this country. Steal by line and level is an excellent passive pate. There's another garment for it. Monster, come put some lime upon your fingers, and away with the rest. I will have none of it. We shall lose our time, and I'll be turned to barnacles, or to apes with foreheads, villainous low. Monster, lay to your fingers. Help to bear this away with where my hogshead of wine is, or I'll turn you out of my kingdom. Go to, carry this, and this. Aye, and this. Hey, mountain, hey. Silver, that goes, silver. Fury, their tyrant there, hark. Go change my goblins that they grind their joints with dry convulsions, shorten up their sinews with aged cramps, and more pinch-spotted make them than pod or cat a mountain. Hark, they roll. Let them be hunted soundly at this hour. Lies at my mercy all mine enemies. Shortly shall my labors end, and thou shalt have the air freedom for a little follow and do me service.